I was pretty rough on semicolons in that last video, but if you're looking for an apology, it's not gonna happen this time. Today, we're talking all about the colon and about just how great it is. See, the semicolon is indecisive and eccentric and doesn't know what it wants to be when it grows up. A semicolon might even try to make YouTube videos or something ridiculous like that. But not the colon. No, the colon has a retirement plan and a mortgage. The colon knows what it's about, and it helps readers to understand the connections between ideas in a way that a semicolon never could. So while I could hardly recommend that you use semicolons in your writing, I heartily recommend that you use colons. Like semicolons, colons can connect two independent clauses. Unlike semicolons, though, colons suggest a close logical relationship between the clauses that they link. For example, in "The dog barked, the fireworks went off," all we know is that a dog barked and also there were fireworks. The semicolon puts the two ideas in the same sentence, but it doesn't tell us why. Swap it out for a colon, though, and we have a much different story. The colon suggests that there is a direct causal link between the two clauses. That is, the fireworks going off was the reason that the dog barked. In fact, a little trick for using colons is to treat them just like the word because. If you can put because in place of a colon in your writing, then that colon is doing its job to suggest a direct causal connection between the two things that it links. Now, that kind of causal linking is not the only thing that colons can do. One of their most famous roles is that of introducing lists, like in "Please provide the following items: hot fudge, a waffle cone, and 3 scoops of vanilla." Or, "I will now list my best friends in order of preference: Richard, George, Gracie." But actually, it's better to think of colons gluing lists onto the ends of sentences instead of introducing them, because you don't need a colon when the list is just a regular part of the sentence. I can see ducks, chickens, and cassowaries. My favorite things are chocolate, dinosaurs, and samuras. These lists are just natural parts of the sentence they're in, so marking them off with a colon would be unnecessary. But with lists that get tacked onto sentences, a colon is the appropriate choice. A similar thing also happens with quotations, as you can see in these examples taken from an actual, nearly completed dissertation. In the first sentence, the quotation isn't integrated into the sentence's construction, it's tacked on by a colon. But in the second, the quotation is built into the sentence. A colon isn't needed because the words of the sentence itself connect directly to the quotation. And you can perform a similar trick with definitions. The basic takeaway is that a colon can connect lists, quotations, and definitions to clauses that could otherwise stand by themselves. If the sentence wouldn't make sense without the added material, a colon isn't needed, so don't use one. Of course, colons can also help you to tell time or write a title for an academic paper. But the real point is that unlike semicolons that are happy to stick any two things together, colons serve specific purposes, whether that's establishing a causal link between clauses or sticking additional material onto the end of a sentence. That also means that colons come with a few more rules than semicolons, but you'll do just fine if you follow these guidelines. In fact, you could even consider yourself a fully qualified colon explorer at this point, prepared to use colons in the pursuit of excellent prose wherever you go. Now, speaking of excellent prose, or something like it, I suppose it's time to get back to work so that nearly completed dissertation can become a recently completed dissertation. But rest assured, we'll meet again soon for more madcap punctuation hijinks.